Christian theologians and philosophers have propounded the doctrine of the just war. And what is the doctrine of the just war? It's an attempt by Christians to reconcile three basic things. Taking human life is wrong. Every Christian agrees. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. And small minds discuss people. And my name is Kwesi Ado-Sampong. Welcome to Life and Religion Issues.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Hit that subscribe button.
And if anybody wants to come and invade our land, we should not just sit down and pray and stop, but we need to defend ourselves. Now that brings me to the question of the incessant killings of Christians in church in some parts of Nigeria. And always when they came, the people came, the Christians did not defend themselves. They could not defend themselves. Who goes to church with a gun or a cutlass? You go to church with a Bible. And sometimes the whole church is slaughtered. I don't know the condition there, but anytime I hear that, my heart bleeds, because it means that somebody has lost a father, somebody has lost a mother, somebody has lost an uncle, somebody has lost the breadwinner of the family, and it seems that the government is not doing anything about it. I don't think it is wrong for Christians. We shouldn't go to attack anybody. But if we are in our home and people come to our home to attack us, I believe it will be okay, to be right for us to defend ourselves with the help of God. This may be controversial to some people because we have some people we call pacifists. A pacifist is somebody who will avoid violence by all means. A pacifist will rather die, especially an absolute pacifist, will rather die than defend himself, because a pacifist believes that if he dies, it is the will of God. I don't find anything wrong with a pacifist. He can hold on to his belief. I'm a pacifist so long as you don't come and attack me. You don't come to attack my wife. Don't come to attack my children. Then I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. I've never shot a gun before. I've never wielded a machete before. So I'm a pacifist. But if you bring the war to my home, if you invade my land, then if you sit down, you will die. I'd rather die standing, defending myself and my family and my land. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have. If you're here and you have a question, you have a contribution, you are free. If you are watching me on YouTube or on Facebook and you have a contrary view, you have a question, you have a comment, please feel free to comment, to ask a question, and I'll come back and try to answer. God bless you. My name is Kwesi Sampong, and you are welcome to my channel. So, live audience, is there any question?
When the Philistines said that David had been crowned king of Israel, they launched an attack on David. But David always inquired from the Lord whether he should attack or he should restrain himself. And he always waited for God to give him the go ahead before entering into the battle. So, in our case,
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll comment on what he said, but you go ahead later. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so I just want to find out at which point in time does the Christian takes arms to fight? Taking into consideration what's happening in Ukraine, the government is supposed to defend. I mean, it's in scripture, Romans chapter 12 and Romans chapter 13. So I want to find out at which point do I, as a Christian in Ukraine, take arm to defend my family, knowing very well that all the institutions of states, the resources are entrusted to the government as the governmental ruler. So at which point do I come in to defend my family? Thank you.
That's a very good, a very relevant question. So let me take the first person. The first person said, just as David prayed and asked God, and then he acted on what God instructed, we should also do the same. And I agree with her 100%. Actually, that was what I implied. That was what I said we should pray. Just like I saw the Ukrainian Christians praying. But after we have finished praying, we should take up arms and go and fight. The implication is that we should hear God speaking to us, and then we should follow suit. Now your question is, should we become just vigilante and go and fight, or should we listen and just allow the government? You see, if you look at the numbers, the Russian numbers, the army, the military, far outnumber Ukraine, because Ukraine is just a tiny country compared to Russia. And so the government is calling for militias, and it's the government that is arming the ordinary citizens who have been turned into militias. One of the people that I saw on the videos was asked, he said he's been given the gun, apparently by the government, by the recruiting center, and he's going to a private place to learn how to shoot. It means he hasn't even been trained. There's not even time for training. So he is going to do it yourself training to learn how to shoot, because he hasn't, like me, he hasn't even done it before, shooting before. So definitely, if you want to defend your country, the best way is heed the call of the government, and then go and get yourself the proper equipment, and if possible, receive the proper training, and then support your government. And I also saw that part of the Ministry of Defense, somebody from the Ministry of Defense was teaching on television how to do the Molotov cocktail. You know the Molotov cocktail? Bottles with kerosene and stuff in it with a rag, so that you light it and then you throw it on the military. And so you see volunteers, women, grandmothers, young ladies in a camp preparing the Molotov cocktail. So now they are using all means possible. And it's a cooperation of the citizenry and the leadership trying to defend their land. And I also heard that the president of Ukraine, when the US called him, that if they wanted to help him, evacuate him, he said, no, he doesn't need a ride. What he needs is guns, not a right. So he is being a leader. He's not running away. He's being a leader, and he's calling for the citizenry to support. And so he's giving them the guns, and he's asking them to support their motherland. So that is what I want to do. That is what I will encourage us to do if our land is invaded by a foreign land. Is there any other question? Well, if there is no other question, this brings my mind to we in Africa, our land has been invaded, and psychologically every day we are being invaded. And so as we fight, as we would fight bearing arms to fight, in the same way we should use knowledge to fight against mental slavery. Mental slavery has trained us, manipulated our mind to make us reject everything African and embrace everything from the Western world. Makes us even sort of embrace the foreigner more than our own people. Colonialism has so much eaten into our mental fabric that we think that the white man is better than the black man. It is inside us. And we need to remove that from us. And we need to train our children to know that all men, God created all men in his image, and no person is inferior to the other person. And so as we will fight with arms, we should also fight with our mind and emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. As Prophet Bob Marley said. Yeah, you were going to ask a question? Huh? Yeah, go ahead.
So, thank you very much. My question again is, we are told from Romans chapter 12 to leave room for wrath. And that is to say, we shouldn't avenge ourselves. We should leave vengeance to God. And I want to find out, in the situation happening in Ukraine, my nation is being invaded. At which point do I say that I am so much angry and I am wrath, because it's not just about my family, my nation, because I'm in the nation. So I take arms and fight. I want to find out if that is not vengeance as a Christian, but I'm really defending, but it's not necessarily vengeance. So I want to find out if you can share with us if my taking arms to defend my family is not vengeance as a stand Christian. Am I not taking vengeance? Am I not taking the place of God? Yes, thank you.
All right. Another very relevant question. I would say that defending myself is not vengeance. That's what I would say. I don't know what you say, but I don't believe defending myself is vengeance. There will be vengeance when, even after the war is over, I hate every Russian as an Ukrainian. Do you know that some Russians tried to do a demonstration against the war? So if I begin to hate Russians, then I am moving from self-defense into hatred. And that is wrong. But if I'm defending myself, I don't think I'm being listening. But if, because of this, even when they are still trying to, while they are bombing, they are still trying to do negotiation. So if after there is peace pact or negotiation, they finish the war, and I, an Ukrainian, hate every Russian I will see, then, and I want to do something against a Russian, then I would say that that has gone too far. But if you are the aggressor and you've come to my land and I'm defending myself with the help of God, just as Nehemiah told his people, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, go ahead.
Very much. I'm just loving the topic, and is really educative. And I don't think I have seen it being treated as you do. Yes, I just want to find out what the psychological implication would be for a Christian who takes arms and yet rightfully defended the family. He's been able to, shoot down about 10 people, kill them in defense, as he would put it. Yes, the war is over. But when I cast my mind back, I look at the people I have killed. And yes, I'm defending my friend, but I have killed. So what would be the psychological implication? How does as a Christian, how do I handle it when I have to really get the flashback, knowing I have killed people, the bloodshed? How do I handle it?
Yeah, definitely. When I was trying to explain the just war, I said that the fact that they call it a just war does not really mean that war is just. War is never just. We call something the sanctity of life. Life is sacred, and we humans do not have the power of life over another person. So killing another human being has a very serious repercussions. That is why most people who go to war and kill, when they come back, they have this serious trauma. Because killing one person is strange. Even killing chicken is not easy. How much more killing a human being? You have never created a human being before. So just war, no war is just, but under the condition, that's the only permissible way for you also to be alive. And so you did the unfortunate because you were defending yourself. It's the same way that if I am home and an armed robber comes to my house and threatens my family, and I have a gun, I will shoot the person in love. I will love him very much, but I will shoot him. I will not be the aggressor. But if you come to my house, you invade my privacy, and you want to put my family into harm's way, then I will try to prevent you by incapacitating you. And if you die, that is it. Would I feel the trauma? Yes, I will. And I might even need some form of counseling to be able to get over it. But I know that I did not do it, one, for vengeance. I did not do it because I hated you. I did it because I wanted to preserve my life. And so I may have to go through some counseling, but that is necessary because I'm the head of my family. And so I will not sit down for my family to be put in harm's way because you delight in taking that which is not yours. I will pray and I will also act. Well, so listeners, with that, we'll bring our discussion to an end. Well, thank you very much for being part of it. And please subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. Hit the notification button so that anytime we upload something, you will be notified. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. God bless.
Hi, I'm Bryson. Hey, I'm Noah. Please subscribe now. Please subscribe now.
Christian theologians and philosophers have propounded the doctrine of the just war. And what is the doctrine of the just war? It's an attempt by Christians to reconcile three basic things. Taking human life is wrong. Every Christian agrees. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. And small minds discuss people. And my name is Kwesi Ado Sampon. Welcome to Life and Religion Issues.